The Dallas Mavericks have been under a spotlight all season, and not the flattering kind. Early struggles, a shaky start in the standings, and the stunning firing of Nico Harrison less than a month into the year have fueled non-stop speculation. But nothing has stirred the rumor mill more than the future of Anthony Davis. Reports have been flying that Davis could be on the move, especially with Dallas sinking in the standings and the franchise dealing with injuries and instability. But according to Joe Vardon of The Athletic, there's one voice stepping back into the conversation: Mark Cuban. Even after selling the majority of the team, Cuban is now directly advising owner Patrick Dumont, and he's putting one major rumor to rest. In an email to The Athletic, Cuban shut down the idea of trading Davis, saying they won't consider it because the Mavericks still want to win. And that message is loud and clear. Despite how messy things have looked on the outside, Dallas isn't ready to abandon the vision they built, even if it hasn't had a chance to fully take shape. Davis arrived in Dallas after the blockbuster deal that sent Luka Dončić to the Lakers, a trade that changed the entire identity of the franchise. The expectation was that Davis would be the new anchor, the franchise cornerstone, the player the Mavericks could build around. But injuries have been the biggest storyline since he put on a Mavs jersey. The 32-year-old has appeared in only 14 games with the organization, and just 5 this season. Dallas fans thought they'd see him return from a calf strain last week, but Patrick Dumont pressed pause after receiving advice from Director of Health and Performance Johan Billsborough. For now, there's no set timetable for Davis to return, and that uncertainty hasn't helped a team that's already struggling at 4-11 after dropping 4 of its last 5 games. With the team battling injuries, Kyrie Irving's continued absence, and the massive age gap between Davis and rookie #1 pick Cooper Flagg, many around the league felt a trade wasn't just possible, but maybe even logical. A chance to reset, rebuild, and distance the franchise from the moves made under the previous general manager. But not according to Cuban. He insists the Mavericks are committed to Davis, committed to competing, and committed to pushing forward rather than starting over. Now, the real question is whether the team can stabilize, get healthy, and find momentum before the season slips too far away. Dallas isn't giving up on its plan, and with Davis still viewed as a central piece, the Mavericks are hoping the next chapter of this season looks very different from the first.